Sarah. Phil.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Melanie. Nice to meet you.
You have to excuse the decor. We tried to get rid of the people, but apparently they stuck around.
Would you like a glass of water? Yes, please.
Here you are. Let me start by telling you a bit about us. So you know our names. My name's Phil and this is Mel. We've been working here at Corrs for the last 2 years in the Industrial Relations Department. Working here for 2 years means that, well, by this time we're thoroughly sick of each other. But luckily this is our last year, so we're finishing soon.
So yeah, with that, we just need to get some formalities out of the way. So if you could, give us your full name.
So it was Sarah Smith.
And how old are you?
I'm 19 years old.
And where do you live?
I live at 11 Beaufort Street, Leaderville.
Okay, and what do you do for a living, Sarah?
Well, I was employed for Big Ben's Burgers as a casual burger flipper, but since then I have left in about February 2013. I was currently offered a job though on Monday, so currently unemployed.
Okay.
Thanks for that. This is a few formalities for us. So before we start, I just want to make it clear to you that everything that we say in this meeting is subject to privilege, which basically means that everything you say we have to keep a secret. We're legally obliged to do that. So I really want to encourage you to be as forthcoming as you can, because the more information we know, the better we are, the more capable we are of helping you.
Yes, and with that, if you were interested, we do have our fee structure set out for you. It's on our website as well, but we've printed out a copy.
Great.
Yeah, just
I was really unsure about that.
Okay, well, so you know, this first consultation is free, and then afterwards we charge $200 an hour. And pro bono is an option. The conditions are on the sheet. Okay, yeah. Okay, do you have any other questions? Okay, well, with that said, how can we help you today, Sarah?
Well, actually, as you know, I started working for Big Ben's Burgers in July 2012. So I signed a normal contract. It was just a casual job as well. In a month later, I became secretly romantically involved with a fellow co-worker, so Harry. Unfortunately, when my boss found out, Ben, he wasn't too happy with me. So, and he found out in October 2012. A month later, he demanded that I sign this document. I was really unsure. I don't even know really what it said. I only had a quick look at it, and he said he threatened me about exposing my relationship as well as burning down my house. So I was really nervous and intimidated. So I had to sign the document. I ended up breaking up with Harry in 2013, January, so it started the year. And Ben started treating me a bit better. And in February, though, I felt like the workplace was really toxic, so I left. Over the weekend, I just found a new job that was advertised, and I was offered to me on Monday. So right now, I just really regret signing that document. I was just really unsure, and I felt really intimidated by Ben. So I just want some advice.
I want to just focus firstly on the document you said that he made you sign. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Well, I was just really unsure. He came up to me asking me to sign this document to clarify a few details about my employment arrangements. So I'm currently employed, I was employed as 20 hours a week, minimum 20 hours a week, just on a casual basis. He refused to tell me what it was about when I was unsure about it. I quickly did look at the document and I refused to sign it. But the next day he demanded that I sign the document, and then with all those threats and everything, I just felt really overwhelmed. I just signed it.
Just as a formal requirement, I don't suppose you have the document with you?
When I was getting my paperwork ready, I found a copy of the document that I did sign. So I do have the details of what was in the document after I'd already signed it.
Sure, so you have the details, but did you bring them with you today?
Yes, I did.
Would you mind passing it to us? Okay, well,
It's just that section there.
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
We will just have a quick look at
Yeah.
that. so you signed a copy of this document and you've got the document with you. After this, we will get our secretary to photocopy this document because it could, pertain to your agreement that you made with your employer.
It's great that you brought that along today, but perhaps you should tell us in your own words what you find to be the issue with the document, the contract at least.
I just felt at the moment when I did sign it, I didn't know what it was about, so I only got to quickly look at it. So it was just more like the reason I signed it was because he demanded me to sign it and because I was threatened to sign it.
And you said that you didn't have very long to sign it, is that right?
Yes, so he asked me on the 15th of November 2012, and then the next day he demanded I signed it.
Okay, so you're pretty much 24 hours.
Yeah.
And how did he threaten you?
He started yelling, he became really furious and quite intimidating. He was also blocking the door, and then so he threatened first to expose my relationship. Because I also want to establish myself in this industry, that would compromise my integrity as well. So, and then he threatened to burn down my house.
Yeah, wow, that's huge. How do you feel now? I was gonna. Do you feel like you feel unsafe now?
I do feel quite intimidated, but I do want to patch things up with Ben. Given that I'm moving on to the new job and everything.
I realise you want to patch things up, but I want to make sure that you don't feel like Ben's going to do anything to you now.
Well, I am really quite worried about Ben's threat.
Okay.
I don't know what he's capable of, to be honest.
Did you feel physically threatened?
In a way, yes, because he is much more commercially astute than I, and he's much older than I am as well.
Okay. And when you said you wanted to establish yourself in this business, what did you mean by that?
It's always been my dream to manage and own my own burger restaurant, so I just wanted to learn as much as possible from Ben, given that he is the managing director of the company. I always wanted to learn how to create, market and sell the most delicious burgers.
Okay, and so would you say that, why did you come to us today? What's your best case scenario for this?
I just wanted a quick solution to the problem, given that I've only, you can see from my previous job, I just don't have much money to spend. I really do need a new job quickly, and I'm unsure, given that what was in the document that I've signed, if I can move on with my life right now.
Sure, so there seems to be a number of issues here. I'd like to go through and perhaps try and identify some of those issues in a bit of chronology, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
So firstly, I just want to make sure, so you started working at the Burger Joint in July 2012.
Yep.
You met a co-worker named Harry, who you engaged in a romantic relationship with. Subsequently, Ben, your boss, found out about the relationship, and then in October 2012, he presented you with a document and threatened you if you didn't sign it.
Yeah, that's all correct.
Okay. I want to focus a little bit on the document itself. What is it about that particular document, or what are the terms of the document that you find restricting you in your desires?
Well, given that it says I'm restrained from working for any other burger business within 75 kilometres of the employer's workplace, restrained from soliciting clients. So in general, all the sections restrain me from moving on, and because I really want to work in this industry, it will impact negatively.
So you're looking to basically open your own restaurant?
It's something that was interested me when I started.
Okay. Right.
Tell
Tell us a little bit more about this fellow Harry.
Sorry, just a fellow co-worker. Just in regards to himself, just a fellow co-worker.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And is there anything about the relationship which you feel like might be relevant to this?
Well, we have since spoken. We did break up in January 2013, and when we are together, Ben's treatment is different towards me, so it's much more negative. However, when we did break up, Ben's treatment improved. I always suspected that Ben was jealous.
Is there anything in Ben's conduct that is there anything that Ben has done to you in the course of your employment which you feel like was inappropriate?
I always received quite considerable praise from Ben. He devoted a lot of time training me. I felt he spent more time with me than other employees as well. So, and gave me a lot of extra attention.
Sure.
In terms of inappropriateness, they mentioned, he did look at me oddly sometimes, and sometimes he would lean in very close and touch my arm while I was talking.
Is there any other physical contact or anything you felt untoward?
Nothing physical.